Michael Jackson tried to tell us the truth. Nobody believed him when he started speaking out. They laughed at him, mocked him, called him unstable, but many of the things he warned about would later become the subject of public reporting and investigation.
Disgraced Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein has been indicted on rape and criminal sex act charges.
Breaking news, billionaire Jeffrey Epstein arrested on new trafficking charges.
We could easily go into Universal and buy. We would own Jaws, E.T., Close Encounters, and that would allow us to do a Universal. Part of the Marvel channel can be not only the Marvel characters, but Marvel films. We could do anything we want, from restaurants to retail, theme parks.
Then came the scandal court cases. Disney ended up buying Marvel and doing exactly what Michael had predicted and making a fortune at it. Tell me about it.
Tommy Mottola, a man who would later be revealed to have ties to Jeffrey Epstein, and Jackson didn't mince words.
And Tommy Mottola is a devil.
He even wrote songs about it. A track called Do You Know Where Your Kids Are, recorded in the 1980s. Epstein had attempted to acquire EMI, one of the largest music companies in the world, and the executive he wanted leading it was Tommy Mottola. Emails and phone records later showed the two were in regular contact. In 2019, just before Epstein's final arrest, Mottola provided him with the contact information for a private investigator. When Epstein thanked him, Mottola reportedly replied he never needed to say thank you. In 2017, following an undisclosed incident at a Palm Beach hotel, Mottola reached out to Epstein asking what he should do. Epstein's advice was simple: shut up and lay low, then reassured him he was safe. Mottola responded, "Thank you, I love you, man." Rolling Stone later reported that Epstein used Mottola's name to gain access to aspiring young female musicians, promising he could pass their work directly to the Sony CEO. Back in 2003, Michael Jackson walked onto a stage, pulled the microphone close, and asked the audience to stop recording.
And I really want you to hear what I have to say. Please don't videotape what I'm going to say, okay? Turn that off, please. I'm not supposed to say what I'm going to say right now. Mariah Carey, after divorcing Tommy, came to me crying. She was crying so badly I had to hold her. And she said to me that this is an evil man. And Michael, this man follows me, she said. He taps her phones. And he's very, very evil, and she doesn't trust him. And he is a horrible human being. We have to continue our drive until he's terminated.
Then he began talking about Mariah Carey. He said she had come to him crying after her divorce from Tommy Mottola, describing a man who monitored her every move, tapped her phones, had her followed, and controlled nearly every aspect of her life. According to Jackson, Mariah said she couldn't even leave their mansion without permission. If she did, security would come looking for her. He also described an incident where Mottola allegedly dragged the flat side of a knife across her face during a dinner party. Jackson said that was the moment she knew she had to leave. Jackson then asked the crowd to help remove Tommy Mottola from power. He wasn't performing. He sounded frightened by what he was saying, but Jackson's warnings went far beyond abuse inside the music industry. He understood something very few artists at his level ever did. That fame without ownership is just a cage with better lighting. In 1985, while other artists chased record deals, Jackson spent $47.5 million buying ATV Music Publishing. The catalog included songs from the Beatles, Elvis Presley, Bruce Springsteen, the Rolling Stones, and many, many more. Paul McCartney passed on the opportunity. Michael Jackson didn't. He saw value where everyone else saw risk.
Oh, what is it? He said, it's my publishing. They're after my publishing. They want to take it. As you guys know, my brother had one of the largest catalogs in the world, meaning music-wise.
The Beatles collection was one of them.
He owned the Beatles, yeah.
People come into your life, wiggle their way in, control you, manipulate, control your funds, your finances, everything that you have, and you must do what they tell you to do. And that's what Michael was going through.
And he wasn't finished. He reportedly explored financing to purchase Marvel and Universal. At the time, neither looked like the powerhouse they would eventually become. His vision was much larger.
They never thought that this performer, myself, would outthink them. We can't let them get away with what they're trying to do. And I'm leaving them And they're very angry at me because of it, but the way they get revenge is to try and destroy my album.
Disney eventually bought Marvel instead. The company has generated tens of billions of dollars from that acquisition. Every time Jackson made another move toward ownership, buying publishing rights, calling out powerful executives, exploring major acquisitions, the attacks against him intensified. New allegations, new headlines, new ridicule. Whether that timing was meaningful or coincidental, Jackson believed powerful interests wanted him stopped, and he increasingly viewed the media as part of that pressure.
Overnight, they called me a freak. They called me a homosexual. They called me
I want to set the record straight, that if people hear a lie long enough, people believe it.
What those same years also brought were serious financial problems. Jackson borrowed heavily against the ATV catalog, but refused to sell it. He needed money fast. So, at 50 years old, exhausted, in declining health and carrying years of legal battles, he agreed to return to the stage. He agreed to 10 shows. Somehow, that became 50.
Michael wasn't capable of doing these shows that he was supposed to do. Michael only agreed to do 10, and it's because they had him on such a tight rope.
Conspiracy, and a lot of people were involved in this, and they know who they are, and they're very afraid of what I might say, of what my brother has told me.
The rehearsals became relentless. To cope, Jackson was administered propofol, a surgical anesthetic, in an environment that had no business using it. Over time, he became dependent on it. His health deteriorated rapidly. He never made it to opening night. His physician was later convicted in connection with Jackson's death and served 2 years in prison. In 2016, Sony acquired full control of the ATV publishing catalog, including The Beatles, Elvis, and Jackson's own music. The deal was valued at approximately $750 million. In the first year after his death, Jackson's estate generated roughly $90 million. Sony also released a concert film and an accompanying album. That together grossed hundreds of millions worldwide. The company retained extensive rights to release Jackson's music after his death. Whether what happened to Michael Jackson was coordinated or simply the result of a series of tragic events, the outcome was undeniable. The man who understood power ended up broken, and dead at 50. The people he publicly challenged remained in positions of influence. His sister says he warned her for years. Nobody listened then either.
He told me, Latoya, they're going to murder me. They're going to kill me.